And then also, I'm going to set up the Instagram live as well. And then we'll jump into anything you guys want to ask me about social media growth, business. There you go. So I think it's working. I hope. There you go. We are now live on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Say hi and ask your question in the comments on TikTok, Instagram, and also on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see my screen. So that's like an added bonus. So you should definitely go check out my YouTube. Oh my God. So questions are popping up already. What do I think of YouTube Shorts? Ooh, I love the idea. I love the fact because YouTube has like huge audience. So I love the fact that they want to experiment with the short videos. But I think the feature is only available in India, maybe UK. In the United States, we don't have the shorts feature. So I'm just kind of playing with. There's a way you can still create shorts by using the hashtag, but I want to see that feature in the app so I can play with it more and have some more opinion about the feature. But I love the idea. YouTube has the audience, YouTube has the content, so why not? Why not add short videos to it? I'm curious to see in the long run if YouTube, because most of the content on YouTube, when I go to YouTube and I search, I want to spend time. Like I want to watch long video. It's not like stories or TikTok where my attention span is like 15 seconds or 30 seconds, right? On YouTube, I want to spend a long time. So now when they're going to mix the short videos and the long videos, how are they going to handle all of that? That's going to be interesting to see. But I am testing and I'm waiting for the feature to get launched in the United States so I can test it more. Are short videos the next big thing? Absolutely. I think I was interviewed last year. There was something about like 2020 marketing trends. So one of the things I said was, to me, the next trend, or actually it's happening now, it's micro content, short content. And I think Vine started all of this, right? And then it was Vine, and then Snapchat, and then Instagram stories, and then TikTok, and now YouTube shorts, and LinkedIn stories, and Twitter fleets. So what's happening is there's something about short content, 15 seconds or 30 seconds or 60 seconds. But the challenge for us is, for me, for you watching the content creators, I think the challenge is, how do you take those 15 seconds or micro content and add value or deliver value in that content? So that's something we gotta do. We gotta get good at. But yeah, I think the short micro video content is definitely here to stay. How are you today? I'm great. Thank you for asking. What places I'm live at? So I'm live right now. I'm live on TikTok. This one is TikTok, then Instagram, and then I'm also streaming this live to YouTube using StreamYard. And I hope if you are watching on YouTube, just say yes in the comments. Is the audio or video good? Sometimes I have trouble with it. Hopefully you guys can, but let me know. All right, let's see. And yeah, anything you guys want to ask me for social media growth or strategy, just leave in the comments and I'll be able to. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can. Let's see how many I get through. Audio is good. Thank you. All right, how do you grow a YouTube channel? So if you're just starting out on YouTube, I would focus on the content that you want to make is based on keywords. Meaning, so for example, look at, this is my YouTube channel, right? So whatever topics you can use tools like TubeBuddy. That's what I use for keyword research. You can use vidIQ. That's another tool. But don't forget that YouTube is a search engine, right? So people go to YouTube and they search for something. For example, I might search for Instagram Reels tips, right? And you see how when I type that in there, here are some suggestions that YouTube is giving me. So this is what people are already typing in YouTube to find different pieces of content, right? So what you want to do is base your content off of these keywords. So you're creating something that already has demand. That's the thing for small channels, right? So as you grow, obviously there's a YouTube suggested traffic. There's a lot of like different things you can do. But for small channels, I like focusing on the keywords based content. And obviously, good keyword is step number one. But then when you create content, you want to make sure you optimize the video for that keyword, meaning use that keyword in the description, the title, the tags, and even say that keyword in your audio or video of the for your channel. Best tip for engagement, which platform? So if you, let's say you're asking about Instagram or TikTok, the best way to get engagement, don't laugh, but it's true, it's to give engagement. Especially on Instagram, Instagram, the organic reach has gone down. And if you want more engagement, give more engagement. That's what I do. So leave more comments, send more DMs, leave comments on the Instagram stories. So you want to do all of those things and attract people to you or pull people to you. So that's a simple kind of the hack you can use. If you want more engagement, give more engagement. And obviously you want to pick the right people, right? I mean, the right account. So make sure you know who your target audience is, and then you're going to their content, their videos, their images, and then leaving or engaging with them, because that's going to help you grow your business. So that's what I would say on engagement. All right, exactly. Yes. And obviously, with that being said, number one thing is content has to be good, right? So if my content is not good, nothing else matters, right? All right, here's the question from YouTube. Best skill to become social media strategist. So if you want to become social media strategist, I think a couple of things. One, have to be really good at, in my mind, creating content, right? Because social media, no matter which platform you pick, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, they're all like content platforms. So you have to be able to create content. So that's one skill I would focus on, becoming good at creating content. The other thing is copywriting. I think I'm not a good copywriter, but I think there's a huge demand for people who can write good copy. So that's the second skill. And then the third one is the data and analytics. I think that skill is so, people don't focus on that, but a lot of time I'm doing a bunch of stuff on my YouTube, right? So if my question is, how do I 10x my growth on YouTube, right? And that's a question a lot of business owners ask me. So what I do is go to the analytics and see what's working and then double down on those. So those are the three things I would say for if you want to become a good social media strategist. So create good content. What was the second thing I said? Copywriting. And the third one is get really good at analytics. That was a really good question. Good content, good engagement, growth. You are exactly right. That's the formula for growth. You want a great content, good content, and also engagement, right? If you have those two things, you're going to grow on Instagram, you're going to grow on TikTok. Absolutely. How do you find new products are not listed yet on Aliexpress, Alibaba? So for e-commerce, I go to Alibaba and Aliexpress. Those are my go-to places. I don't have another. I'm sure there are other sources you can look at. There are probably other sites, but those are the ones I use. I recently made a video. So if you look at it on my screen, there's another site called findniche.com. And this is really interesting. This is for people who want to do drop shipping or e-commerce businesses. And what I really liked about this tool was the fact that you're able to pick or find out the top Shopify store in different like niches, business, education, and also you can find different products and see how good those products are as far as the sales numbers are. So I think that's a tool you can use. Niche.com. I do think they link with AliExpress and also the Shopify store. So that's a source of data that they use. But that's that's another resource you can look into. How can we make attractive Instagram story? Ooh, well, you want to add a lot of value or entertainment value or educational value in your story. I think that's, and then that's step one. And then also do use hashtags. If you want to get more reach or visibility to your Instagram stories, so more hashtags. Also use the sticker of location, so that can help you get more engagement and reach on your Instagram stories. Another thing I like to do on Instagram stories is using polls. So I call these like there's engagement tools, right? So polls, questions, things like that, they can help you get more engagement on your Instagram stories. Your content, thank you. All right, let's see. You guys have amazing questions for me today. That's awesome. How to create lookalike audience on Instagram? Well, the audience you're gonna, I'm assuming you want to run the Facebook ads, right? So basically, what you want to do is use Facebook Ads Manager and go to. Let's see if I can pull this up on my screen. I might be able to show you, but I like to use. Ooh, I'm not like logged out. Let's see. Oh, I don't remember the password. I have to go look it up. But anyways, what you want to do is go to the Facebook Ads Manager, and there's a section called Audiences, and that's where you can create like custom audience. And if you want to create, I think you asked about lookalike audience, right? Yeah. So what you can do is, I think, two-step process. In step number one, you create a custom audience of people who are engaging with your Instagram business page, right? So that's your custom audience. And then from there, the second step is going to be you'll create a lookalike audience. So it's like a two-step sort of process. I'm going to make a note because I think it's a really good topic. So I may make a YouTube video of this. That's a really, really good, how do you create custom audiences? Actually, if you go on my YouTube channel, oh yeah, look at this. So I have some content already. So if you go to my YouTube channel, look at this. So how to target Instagram followers with Facebook ads. So in that video, I go through the step-by-step process. How do you create a custom audience? And I may have something about lookalike audience in there too. Great question. How to find products on wholesale prices for drop shipping. So I don't know how to find wholesale prices, but I do to find product for drop shipping. I use three sources: Alibaba, Aliexpress, and another tool I recently started using is findniche.com. So those are the sources that I use. All right, next question. So when you pay for an ad on Instagram, is it better not to have too much writing on the graphic? Creating show more products. So Facebook used to have this rule, the 20% rule, right? Remember, like if you have 20% or more text, they did not like that, but that rule is gone. I think right now, what I'm seeing, it actually doesn't really matter, like how much text you have on your image. And since Facebook has lifted that requirement, you're able to create ads with graphic that has a lot of text. But I think with keeping the user experience in mind, do think about other people who are consuming your content. So you don't want to create an ad and have just bunch of text on it and overwhelm people and give them everything in that ad graphic. So what I would like to do is keep it to maybe your biggest USP, the unique selling point, or the biggest thing about your product or feature. Put that on the graphic. So don't put the whole story. So I still like to use minimum text, but this is something you can easily test it. There is a lot of benefit to testing Facebook or Instagram ads. I think I made a recent video on this, which was, right here. So Facebook video ad versus carousel ad. So we created a Facebook video ad campaign, and we were paying, I forgot how much, but when we tested the carousel ads, our cost dropped by half. So had we not been testing, we would have been paying a lot more. So I think going back to your question, personally, I like to use less text well, actually, let me back up. Number one, Facebook does not really, they say they don't ding people for more text, so you can add more text. Number two is I personally like to use less text so that people really have a good experience with the ad. And number three is that's something you can easily A/B test. So when you create an ad campaign, create one ad with more text and another ad with less text, and then let it run for like 2 or 3 days, and then look at the data and let the data, help you make a decision. All right, let's see. You love my content. Thank you. I want to help you with your business. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. If you find someone in the comments that you can engage with, maybe reach out to, do that for sure. All right, someone came from Instagram. That's awesome. All right, next question. This is really, really cool. Where and how to find clients and how to convince them you're the best. So if you want to find clients in the beginning, I talk about this a lot. I do have a bunch of content on this as well. If you're on my YouTube channel and you search for get clients, you'll find bunch of videos. So how to get the social media marketing clients with no experience, so maybe watch that. But this is what I like to do. If you're brand new, you want to, in short term, you want to go where the clients are. So that means, sites like Upwork, Fiverr, right? Like marketplaces, right? So you don't have to convince people. People are already there looking for you, right? That's why. And also like Facebook groups. And then in the long run, you want to create content, build your brand so people come to you. That's what you want to do. Short term, go to marketplaces, go where the clients are, and then in the long run, build your brand. And then also, the second part of your question is, how do you convince them you're the best? Well, you have to show them, right? So create results, talk about your results, talk about the process, and then that's how people will know you're the best. I don't like to convince people. I like to show them with the content, and they automatically know that, right? I think that's the best way. So yeah, create results for you, for your clients, share those results, share the process, and people will automatically want to work with you. Love your content. Thank you. Programming apps for MacBook. I have no idea. I'm not into programming. All right, so I enrolled in your social media marketing recently, but I do not know how to start the freelance work and have some afraid to being successful. Ooh, so if again, here's what I like to do. If you want to do something, and in your case, you want to become a social media marketing freelancer, maybe you want to start e-commerce business, maybe you want to like drop shipping or Instagram, right? And if you're afraid of that, the step number one is you want to go or get closer to people who are doing the thing that you want to do. So when I wanted to quit my 9 to 5 and start like a social media agency, I started going to different meetups. I started hanging out with those people who are doing the thing that you want to do. So to answer your question, if I'm you, and if I want to do like social media marketing, I would right now, obviously, probably a lot of events are closed. So you can go to join different groups and be close to people who are doing the same thing. And the reason for that is because you'll learn a lot for them. So that's what I would say if you're in your shoes. If I wanted to be a social media manager, but I'm kind of afraid, that's what I would do. All right, let's see. Time story share. Why can't people share stories? Oh, that's actually really interesting. I think on Instagram, if you don't tag people, they're not able to like share your story. I think that's I do have a video about this. I think I was able to, let me see, because it's been a while. So I'm gonna search for Instagram story. I either already launched that. video, or maybe it's coming soon. Share Instagram story. Oh yeah, here you go. So I made about a month ago. So this video right here, it talks about how to share someone's Instagram story to your story. But I think you're right. What you found is right. If you don't tag them, your friends or people are not able to share your story. So what you have to do is there's like a, you can record and share, but then make sure you give them credit. I think in this video I do talk about a tool you can use, but there's no easy way. Unfortunately, I wish Instagram makes it easy, but there's no. I have not found an easy way unless you tag someone. So when you tag someone, it's then they can easily share this. I love your content. Thank you. You're awesome. Oh, that's a great point. So Fiverr and Upwork is very underpaid and a lot of competition. So it's hard to freelance sites. So yeah, that's very true. Because Fiverr and Upwork and some of these sites they're saturated, right? So maybe that's why you can look into Facebook groups. You can look into another thing I like to do is, especially in the B2B side, maybe you launch a podcast or an interview sort of show. And then you interview people. This is what I love about one of my favorite strategy for B2B. If in B2B, which being a social media, that is one of the things that I really love doing is create a podcast and then make a list of people that you want to work with, invite those people to your podcast, and then interview them, build a relationship, and then on the back end, automatically you'll do like business with them. So that's another tactic that can help you get potential clients. Awesome. Great question. I want to get into social media marketing, but we don't know where to start. So number one, go to YouTube and search for, well, you don't have to search. You can just watch a bunch of content on my channel, and I think you'll learn a lot about social media and digital. But you don't have to just watch my videos. You can also just search for different topics. Let's say you want to learn about Facebook ads or Instagram ads or whatever copywriting. Then you can use YouTube. You can also take free courses on platforms like Udemy and Skillshare. So if you're just starting out and you want to learn more about social media, that's what I would do. All right, great question. All right, so last question I'm going to take, and then I got to go, people. We'll do this again tomorrow. I have a meeting coming up. How to bring quality traffic to my blog. Step number one, write quality content, right? Step number two, do SEO on your content, right? So before you create content, make sure you know what people are searching for, that you can answer in that content, right? And then number three is, once your content is published, also distribute that content. Maybe you want to use Medium or Quora. Maybe you want to do like guest blogging or guest posting. So those are the 2 or 3 things if you want to get quality traffic. But number one thing is, if you want quality traffic, you have to produce quality content, right? That's the step number one. Do not skip that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll do this again. Thank you for amazing questions. Have a great day. I gotta go. I gotta jump on a call with one of my clients, but thanks for tuning in. We'll do this again.